Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. This is Nancy from nancybadijo.com and welcome to another episode of Etsy Shop Critique. Today I'm doing a critique on Courtney's creation by the owner Courtney. So thank you Courtney for letting me do a review of your shop, and let's go ahead and get started. So I did an audit, Courtney, on this actual listing right here that you have. Now, number one suggestion that I have for you is photography. That's the number one thing shoppers consider when they're going to make a purchase. So you have to make sure that your pictures catch their attention, provide all the information that they need to make a purchase, and that they're clear, they show off the product, they understand what they're buying, that you have a subtle background that doesn't distract from the item, that the item is not cropped incorrectly, but in a complimentary way, that the product is properly centered in the thumbnail, in the photo. Now, looking at this picture, I know that one of your questions was that you do drive a lot of traffic, but you don't make a lot of the sales. It could be because of your pictures. If you look at this, you might be driving the traffic due to your, let's say, your SEO or your keywords, right? However, when they land to the page, um, this is like a proof that you have right here, or a mock-up. Is so, I mean, I don't know what I'm looking at. It's really hard to read. And even if I zoom into the picture, I mean, it just doesn't look that great. I would redo your images again, only because as a shopper I want to see exactly what I'm buying, and if it looks blurry, if it's not attractive, I'm not gonna buy it. It's just that simple. Even though it's $1 and you say, well, why not, it's so cheap, it doesn't matter, because at the end of the day, somebody rather pay $3 or $4 if the quality looks better than come here and pay $1, but then it doesn't look as clear. And it could just been a default on the picture or something, but I would just redo the picture again. It's not clear. You could use, there's a lot of programs out there that you could use. You could go to, let me type it in here so you could kind of see. You could go to canva.com and you could use, it's a free service. You do have to have a website. You have to register. I'm sorry, not a website, an email. You have to register. However, it's free. You don't pay anything for it. And you could go in there, drop your image, resize it. You could use any software like PicMonkey. You could do Adobe Photoshop. There's so many free apps, and there's apps that you actually do pay, but there's so many options out there now. You could take a quality of a picture yourself, but you definitely have to change your images. Another thing that I suggest for you to do is put additional images. You only have this one image. I will add additional images that show off the product in different angles. Maybe have one that you're using it in a planner, since this is planner stickers. Maybe have one showcasing the size of it. But I will definitely add additional additional pictures. And then at the end of the pictures, maybe even add a call to action saying, click below to view listing description, or to view matching items that go with this particular listing. But you definitely want to change your picture for sure, because this picture is not going to help you land sales. And you might get lucky that you might drive traffic using certain keywords, or and that's bringing the traffic. However, when they look at the actual product, they're not going to buy it because the clarity of the picture is not the best. Also, if you look at your other images on your store, there's some that are cut off, like this one here. When you look at it, this is how it looks in the news feed. So when somebody goes to Etsy and they search, this is what they see. Until they click on it, then the actual picture will expand and it will show the entire picture. So you have to keep that in mind when you're uploading a picture, that if it's cut off like this, I will redo it so the whole picture shows when they're viewing the listing. And you could view that when you're adding the picture, it will show you how that picture would look in the Etsy search results. And it's important that you pay attention to that. And if it's getting cut off, that means you have to shrink the picture down and create more white space around it. Therefore, it doesn't get cut off. Because if I was browsing through Etsy search results and I saw this, I wouldn't know what I'm looking at or what I'm buying. Also with I know that you're trying to put the watermark on top. It makes it hard to visually, it makes it hard for me to understand what I'm buying, and it's distracting. So what I would do is, if you want to put a watermark, you could put one like in the corner right here somewhere. I wouldn't necessarily put it this big. It's very distracting. So you don't know what you're buying. You don't know where to look. My eyes are going everywhere. So we definitely remove the watermark and maybe make it a little small. Maybe put it right here on the side or right here on the bottom. But and then you could also, if you don't want someone to steal your work, what you could do is reduce the resolution on that photo. Therefore, if somebody does take it, they can't print it, because when they do, it's gonna come out grainy, so it's not gonna come out great at all. So you could kind of do that as well. But definitely, where it says Courtney Creations, I will make that smaller. It's very distracting, and it makes it hard for the buyer, the potential buyer, to know what exactly they're buying at that given moment. Also, when you have additional pictures like this one, which is great that you added like a planner, make sure that all the pictures are size correct, the same size. So this is one size, this one is cut off right here, and then it goes back to the regular size. You want to make it cohesive. You want to make it all flow together. You want to make it the most visually appealing as possible, because when people are shopping, that's the first thing that they see. You could also go to, if you like, and I'll leave all these links on the listing description. You could go to Creative Market and you could actually buy mock-ups there. And they're not that expensive. You could find mock-ups for pretty much anything you need for your store, for digital products, for t-shirts, for signs, for postcards, and so on. And you could come in here and find a mock-up. Like, you could use something like this. um, this is a scene creator, and it's basically like a flat lay picture that you create. So you get this, you put your sticker sheets right here, and it looks so pretty with all this stuff on the background, and it makes it look so much nicer when you're posting. And then that same posting, you could put it on, you could do it on your Etsy shop, and then you could use that same posting to put it on your Instagram if you have one, on your Facebook, and any additional accounts. And then it makes it look more professional. It looks so much nicer. And they have so many of these scene creators as well. Like, if you type in up here scene creator, it gives you a really nice background. Especially when you sell digital products, these are the best things to buy. This is another one. It's a feminine one. So if you want something girly, this is beautiful because you put your design right there, and this is going to be the background, the look of the product, and it makes it better for, as it says, their blog posts. It makes it better for your Instagram, your social media. You can move this stuff around. You could rearrange it wherever you want, and then you just put your stickers right here, or you could put your stickers right on top of the clipboard, and it's just a nicer, appealing picture versus the one that you have right now. That one is unclear, two is cut off, three, the pictures don't are not cohesive in the same size. So I highly recommend changing the pictures, whether you remake them yourself, whether you use the software, or you go to somewhere like this, Creative Market, and you buy something already pre-made that all you do is drop your picture on top of it. So that's my first suggestion, is the photo, because that's the most important thing. Is what people see first. Now, secondly, is your SEO. So I did an audit on this one here, and the one that we were talking about earlier. And let's go to that audit really quick. So these are the keywords that popped up for this particular listing. Two things. Well, a couple things, but let's go over step by step. So the first thing is, you're using too many competitive keywords. You see these keywords here? Like planner, if you go to Etsy.com and you type in planner, too many people are using that keyword. So competitive that's going to be very hard for you to rank organically for that keyword. There's 584,000 listings using the word planner. So therefore, if you try to rank organically, you're not. You're going to be on page, 250, who knows? But you're going to be really deep down. And two, another thing is that if you ever ran a Facebook ad, or I'm sorry, an Etsy ad, your your pay per click which means every time somebody clicks on the ad, it's going to be really, really high. The cost, it could be, let's say, $1.50 per click. The reason why is because when a lot of people are competing for one keyword, the cost of that ad goes higher. The cost per click goes higher. So Etsy will charge you more for that keyword. Honestly, I would say redo your keywords. All of these here in red means that they're too competitive. Another thing is to keep in mind that if you put planner, planner could be anything. It could be a planner book. You have to be more specific with it. You have to say planner stickers, or you have to um, make it that way, because if you just be very broad, like right here, you put big. What does that mean? Like big what? Like it could be a big house. It could be a big car. It could be a big mug, a big shirt. So it's so broad that if I was looking for planner stickers, I would never write big. So that's a waste of keyword when you could use a different keyword. For instance, if I type in the word big here, I'm not gonna find planners. I'm pretty much it's gonna be a little bit of everything. Look at this. It's all these keywords, and these people are combining the big with other stuff. Big blue, I can't say that word, lippery, or big brother keys. You see, so they're combining it with other keywords. You're just using that one word big, so it doesn't really, we don't, no one was going to look for it that way, put it that way. So you have to do those redo those keywords, and you have to use keywords that describe your item and not use keywords that are so broad. Once you do that, like they say, you change the keywords. They say you put so you got planner right now, so you have to play with it. I would recommend using xcrank.com to look up keywords, because it's a lot quicker, and they actually auto-populate a whole bunch of keywords versus you having to think of them yourself. But you could also do it this way using the Etsy search results. So if you look up Etsy stickers, look, it went down to 333. So at least it went down, but it's still too high. So we put an S at the end, you make it plural. So now we could kind of see if it goes down or not. It really didn't make a difference. So now maybe your stickers are teacher stickers, right? So planner teacher stickers. Let's see. Yeah, I don't know if that makes sense, but let's see if people are typing it that way. So people are typing it that way. Planner teacher stickers, 4,000 listings. This is so much better. So that would be a keyword that you would use, that you could rank organically, that you could run an ad and it's not going to cost you like crazy money, and that you have more potential of getting more sales. However, you still have to fix the picture, right? Because even if you fix all your SEO, as soon as people click on the picture or land on your page, if the picture doesn't look good, the likelihood of them buying it drops. So just make sure you combine all these different factors together. But you see how that is so much better, and you have a better chance of competing, and you're more in a categorized. You're talking about teacher stickers. This is what people are typing in versus you put big. No one's typing in that for stickers. So that would be my suggestion. Once you start and you research all your keywords, you can leave these here, but even these are too broad. Subject and curriculum, that's too broad. So in my opinion, I would change all the keywords, all of them. And once you have new keywords that you could actually rank for organically, and that it's not too competitive, then go back to your listing, and you will put all the keywords in here. You will use commas to separate them. That way the search engine and that way Etsy search engine know that preschool teacher planner comma is one keyword, stickers happy one keyword, happy planner comma, that's two keywords, so they know what's a keyword. So you use the keyword comma, keyword comma, keyword comma. Make sure you add commas there. Fill in the entire title, as many keywords as you could put, and try to put all the keywords that have less competition in the beginning of your tag, because those are the most important keywords, and then put the ones that have high volume of traffic at the end. You're not going to be able to fit all 13, but try to fit as many keywords as you can on your title, so therefore you could optimize your page correctly for SEO, and you could drive more traffic. Once you do that, you're going to place the keywords in your listing description on the first 90 words. So you want to put it here. So instead of putting this is an instant download, you will push that down and then you will put here, get this beautiful preschool teacher planner stickers for your next class event, blah, 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 whatever you want to put. I apologize. So you do that because that's the snippet that Google previews. So you know how when you Google something and when you find something on Google, this is what they're looking at right now. Preschool teacher planner stickers. This is an instant download for. So you don't want that there. It's not an enticing headline. So this is called meta description for SEO, and this is what the description here of the actual product is what makes someone click and go to Etsy to buy your product. So right now, your listing description is not the best. It has to have one, the keyword should be in your title, and two, the keyword has to be here as well. That's SEO best practices. And then also if you write an enticing meta description, so you could entice the person to click and want to go see your actual store and hopefully buy from you. So this is why it's so important that this section right here has your listing description, what the products is about, and your keyword, because that's the Google Etsy. This is a snippet that Etsy lets Google review when somebody Googles your item, or they go to Bing.com, or they go to Google.com, and they find your item. So just make sure you change that, and make sure that obviously for SEO purposes that you have all your tags down here as well. You did a great job with your category. So in that area, there's no changing there. So keep up the good work with that as well. Now, thirdly, the listing description. You do need to work on it. Listing description is basically is how you entrust the buyer. So you get them in your store with the SEO, right? They typed in something, the SEO, your picture popped up. They click on the picture, right? Because it's a great picture. It enticed them to click on it. Now the third thing they're gonna look at is your listing description. So your listing description has to have any question that the potential buyer might have. So you have to answer any questions that they might think of. Excuse me. So you have to include the description of your item, the size, the color, what's included, how to order, returns and policy, anything possible that you think that the potential buyer might have a question about. And then the nice thing about that is that once you write a really, really good listing description, it will avoid unnecessary messages. Even though some people don't read it and they still message you, it will avoid unnecessary messages. And two, it will increase the likelihood of them buying it because they have all the information they need. I know for me, if I go to a store and it's hard to understand like when I'm going to order and how I'm going to get, I'll just be like, oh, I'll just go somewhere else. Because a lot of people want everything easy. They want to be able to go to a store, read the listing description and say, boom, 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 okay, I want to get that. But if you don't have it that clear, people are going to leave. And I will break it down into sections, and maybe even you could even do like this, how you did it. This is nice with the little with the little astro right here. So you could do that. However, just break it down into sections to put description, what they get, how to order, shipping and policy, return policy. And then at the end of your listing description, include a backlink. So a link back to your homepage. So you would take this link right here, this one here. You could copy from here this way. You don't have to copy this extra. You would take that link and you will put it at the end of your listing description. And the reason for that is that if somebody found your listing, they read it, at the end right here, they could click on it and it will take them back to your home page versus them clicking on the back button. And now they left your store and now they're back to the Etsy search result. So you don't want them leaving the store. Obviously, the longer they stay at the store, the more chances of you getting a sale. Excuse me. So you want to make sure that you put a backlink down here. It's just a copy and paste of your link. So once you fix the listing description, you got the nice picture. You have your SEO correctly. You have your keywords up here. You sprinkle keywords around your listing description also you use some of those keywords and write it down here as well. You put your backlink. The next thing I would say is the curation of your shop. So when I look at your shop, right here, it looks like something's missing. You see, you have a feature picture, but you don't have two more. This space lets you do two more or four. I highly recommend adding more. It doesn't look it looks like your store is empty. So it looks better if you were to add additional ones here. I will add a tagline. It just try to fill in your store as much as you can. And every time you put something in your store, like a tagline or you put a shop announcement, put in the keywords. That's SEO. Like more keywords you put, more chances of you being found. Your categories, put keywords in here. Instead of putting art, put teacher planner stickers, whatever the keyword was. If it fits, obviously, all the listings that you have, and that's the best name that it would be, put it in there because that will help you drive more traffic. So you have to, it's called optimization, optimize your page. So you're going to have on page factors of SEO and off page factors. So on page factors are your title, your tags, your categories, your keyword density, all that. Off page factors are when they're looking at the meta description, if it's enticing, when they Google you and they find you, is your picture enticing, is your title enticing, social media is off page factor, anything that is driving traffic from another source to your Etsy is an off page factor. On page SEO factor is everything that you control from your end as well. So you gotta play on both categories, and you have to fix that in your store. I will add additional images here, feature images here, and I will add a tagline like I said earlier. And then your reviews, I mean, you only got in a couple reviews, but I mean, obviously you're doing something good because you're getting all 5-star reviews. So that's awesome. So just keep up with that. Maybe your customer service was great. Maybe you shipped really quickly. So people like that. So keep up with that. I would recommend adding an about us section and adding because it's important so people could feel build credibility, know who they're buying from. Oh, I'm sorry, you did have it. I apologize for that. I do remember seeing it earlier, and I was like, wait, I think she does have it. So I was gonna mention this that the fact that you have this is a passion in life, and you have your son, and you choose to work from home so you can also be with him. That's beautiful. So I would even add images here of you and you working at home, and maybe working in your space, whether you have an office, whether you have a craft room, it doesn't matter. Just putting that in there and letting people in. When people see that, they build trust with you. They're like, oh, I want to buy from her shop and help her grow her business. So people really appreciate that. But I do love your About Me section. I think that you did a really good job with it. I would just add additional pictures to kind of showcase who you are. Another thing oh, and you did a good job with your picture here as well, showcasing who you are as well. Um, I was gonna say for your shop policy, um, it's nice and everything. I would try to be more specific and try to add additional, maybe frequently asked questions. Make it jam packed with information. I feel like the more information people could read about your shop, learn about you, maybe you could do an announcement. Here's welcoming to your shop and explaining what you do, because a lot of people don't even know how to go down here to read this. So even though it's important, because some people do know how to search it, or they'll click up here in the about, some people don't. The first thing they see is the shop announcement. So just adding that in there and saying, hey, thank you for stopping by. I appreciate your business. Feel free to contact me with any questions. Something really simple and short might help you increase a little bit more sales. Um, your policies, like I said, should be a little bit longer. Um, Other than that, I mean, the most important thing about your shop, to be completely honest with you, is your pictures. Um, I believe your quality of work is good. It's just that the picture didn't come out clear. And then removing the watermark is a little bit too much. Like, I can't even tell what it is. investing in learning how to create better photos, whether it's using a mock-up or taking your or redoing the pictures again, creating a watermark that is not as heavy or as distracting as well, because stuff like this does does take over the picture, and then you don't know what you're buying, or it's a little confusing. But other than that, if you continue this and craft it, I know that there's a really good market for teachers, like planning stickers and all those things that you're doing on your page. I know that there's a large market in Etsy for it, so you could be very successful with your store. It's just fixing those little things. Fixing your SEO is so important. So picture SEO. I will even create a banner if you have the opportunity. If not, add the 3 pictures to kind of fill this up, this space right here. And I was gonna say I did review your Facebook, so let's go to that real quick. Your Facebook page is pretty. I like the fact that you have the same name. It's cohesive with your look on Etsy with your Facebook. However, your logo, you see how it's getting cut off here? I will redo it again. Push that down. If you don't know how to do it or you're having difficulty, you could go to fiverr.com, and I will leave the link below, and you could find a freelancer to do a Facebook logo for you for as low as $5. But I would recreate it or resize it. That's all you have to do, pretty much resize it. Excuse me. That's why it's getting cut off. Another thing is Facebook, to me, is great when you're investing money in it. Like, let's say you're doing ads, is awesome. If you're not doing ads, it's really hard for me. I felt for a lot of times it was like a waste of time, if I'm completely honest, because it's really really hard to drive traffic to your Facebook page unless, one, you're constantly promoting it, you're constantly working on it, you're adding people, you're involved in Facebook 24/7. My suggestion for Facebook would be, one, you could buy Facebook likes. That's the quickest way to drive traffic from Etsy, from your Facebook to Etsy. And then you could target people like teachers, and you could create a target audience of people that will buy your products. So that would be number one. And that way, when you get Facebook likes, you could invite those people. You could create a post saying, go to my shop for any all teachers out there, for anyone that loves planners, blah blah blah. You create a really nice post. You could put like a carousel of different pictures of your products, and then you could send them to your Etsy shop. So you could buy Facebook likes. Number two would be join Etsy groups. So find Etsy groups out there that they let you promote your product. And some of those groups have 10, 20,000 members. I mean, it's really, really nice. And all you pretty much have to do is come up here and put Etsy groups, and you will get tons of Etsy groups that you could join. And then you ask to be joined to the group, and it takes about a day or so, and that person will let you go into that group. And then these groups have like 20,000 followers. You could put your items in there, promote them, and drive traffic to your Etsy, and hopefully grow a little bit of your Facebook profile. Now, Facebook for me is the hardest to grow, unless you're investing a lot of time or a lot of money on it. But you could do Facebook likes, maybe spend $50 a month just to kind of get a traction of growing your page. And you have to sometimes put a little bit of money to make more money, because I know I spend a lot of money on ads, but then I get so much money in return because of the ads that is worth it. So that's my suggestion for Facebook. Also, post regularly. I see that you posted July. It's already July 31st today. You posted July 12th. Before that, you were kind of posting every day or every other day or every 3 days, and then it stopped. If you want to be successful with social media, is consistency. And the reason why it's called social media, because you have to be social. You have to talk to other people. You have to like other people's picture. It could be a little tedious, but that's how social media works. So you have to be consistent posting all the time. Facebook, you don't need these many hashtags. You could do 2 or 3. And once you put the link, you don't need to leave it there. Because if I click here, it opens your, oh, it didn't. Okay, so never mind. I thought you did a hyperlink. So just let you know, you could put your, you see how you have www.exe? Make sure that you put HTTP on front of it. If you put www.exe, it will not open your shop. It will not create a hyperlink. Let me see. Maybe yours does. Oh, it did actually. I'm sorry about that. It used to not be able to, so it actually did. For some reason, it didn't auto-populate down here, which is the weird part. Because normally, if you put this link on a post, it should create a hyperlink to your store. Right now it's saying fetching, and you see it creates a hyperlink. And then when you click on the hyperlink, it will take you to your Etsy shop. You delete this, and then you put photos if you want to replace that, and then you put your caption. So in this situation, I'm not sure why it didn't do that, but it's fine. I mean, this is another way you could post. This is the better way to post because it's cleaner, it looks nicer to do it that way. So let's go ahead and go to your next one. So those are my suggestions for Facebook. Pinterest is the same thing. A little, I mean, I'm sorry, Instagram. You also have the pictures a little bit cut off. You see how here is cut off. So Instagram is 1080 by 1080. That's the dimension size. I would change that. I would make sure that you remove the watermark. It's very distracting. I don't know what I'm looking at, whether I'm looking at the corny creations or I'm looking at the actual file. So I will redo it again. You do have beautiful items. You just have to take a better quality of picture. And then these watermarks, you could make them smaller. I wouldn't do them like that, to be honest with you. And then for here, you did a good job with this here, with the keywords. I don't know if you did that on purpose or not, but you should be adding keywords in your bio to drive more traffic to your shop. Another thing I would recommend, there's a this is free actually. It's called Linktree, and this is how it looks. So Linktree, this is my Instagram account. When somebody clicks on it, you could put multiple links to drive, like to optimize the traffic to different destinations. So you could add multiple links. So I have a link to my blog. I have one for the Etsy shop critique. I have one for my YouTube. I have one for my Etsy seller support group, Pinterest, and so on. So you could do that with your Instagram. That you could add that free is called linktree.com. I'll put it in the text box below. You could sign up for it. You don't pay anything for that. And you could do the pro one, but the free one, they have a free version as well if you don't want to pay anything right now. And you could put your Etsy shop, you could put your Facebook shop, and then you could put additional links to other social media platforms you may have. What I recommend with Instagram, posting consistently, posting every day. Try to have a cohesive look. Try to make it a little nicer. So for instance, my if you go back down to my Instagram from like a year and a half ago, I mean, it was horrible. So it just takes time to kind of work on it and like get the groove of it and kind of get your own little style going. But you could buy stock pictures like these. You see these pictures I have here? You could join memberships that you could get these pictures, right? And you could upload them to your Instagram and make a nicer feed and make your Instagram feed nicer. I actually have the link here. It's called Style Stock Society. And you could go there and get beautiful images for a low price. And you could get images like this. They have it's basically once you join, you have over 1,000 images to choose from. So you have different colors like pink and purple and blue and yellow and whatever colors you pretty much want. And they have so many beautiful stuff. You could use this one here for your stickers. You see, you could put your stickers right on top and it will make your feed look so much nicer. If you don't have money right now to invest in pictures, go to this website. It's called unsplash.com. I'm sorry, unsplash.net, I think. Let me go to it to kind of show you what I mean. So Unsplash.net is a photography website. You could use their pictures royalty free. You see, royalty free. And what that means is that you could use their picture and you do not have to give contribution to anybody. So you could use a picture and you don't have to worry about getting in trouble. Like if you Google something and use that picture, don't do that. But here, you could use any picture from here and you don't worry about giving attribution. You can if you like to, but you don't have to. And you could go in here and you could put pink flowers and you could find very pretty pictures that you could use for your Instagram. See, you could use, look at this one, it's so pretty. I would use that one on my Instagram. Look at that one. And you could start curating your Instagram and adding, you don't necessarily have to promote every single day your items, but you could do a nice subtle picture like this and put a little text on top of it. You could put Happy Monday. You could do, one of these here and put your sticker right there. These are free pictures. You don't pay anything for them. And then all I would say is when you download them, resize it. You could go to the other site I told you, canva.com. You could go in there, drop it in there. You could choose Instagram, drop the picture, and it will resize it for you. That way when you upload it on Instagram, it's sized correctly like this. You see? It's not getting cut off. You want to make sure that every picture you put on Instagram is sized correctly. You don't want it to be, for this to be all cut off at the end, at the side. But these are little things that you could do to grow your Instagram and get more followers and therefore drive more traffic to your Etsy shop. So they have so many stuff. I mean, these are so many of the pictures that I use for my blog. See? So you could come in here and browse. They have so many beautiful high resolution photos. And then make sure that you stick with a color. Make it cohesive, make it all look like they all go together. But yeah, I mean, there's so many things that you could do. But these are my suggestions. The last one was I wanted to tell you Pinterest is the best thing for Etsy sellers. Pinterest is a way to grow it will increase your sales and drive tons of traffic. I did this account in the last 90 days while giving birth, while having a newborn. I grew it to 276,000 monthly views. And for the month of July, I have over 800 clicks right now so far from Pinterest to my Etsy shop. So it does work. And all you have to do is create a board, pin all your items on that board, and then repin other people's stuff. So all the stuff on the top is my stuff. All the stuff on the bottom, all these boards, are not my pins. But I do that to grow my account and to make it look fuller. And then what you do is, I know that you might not have as many items as I do, but what you could do is create one and then create another one that's like, I don't know, t-shirt themes or anything that's related to is relevant to your store. So anything about t-shirts, anything about bulletin boards, anything. And you just do little folders of them or boards of them. You repin and repin, but then you keep repinning your stuff. So maybe you take the pins that you did from your folder or your clipboard, and add them to the new boards that is mixed with other people's pin. And when you don't know, you pin. And when you don't know what to do again, you pin. You keep repinning. And I would say do every day, repin at least anywhere from 20 maybe to 30 pins a day. And I would do 1/3 of other people's pins and then I would do more of yours. But you could create different folders or different boards, and you could mix your stuff in those boards as well. But just make sure you have one just of your things as well. And keep repinning. This is a great way to grow evergreen traffic to your Etsy shop. I mean, I swear by it. It works. I mean, you could see how much traffic I got here or how many monthly views, but the traffic to Pinterest have increased. I mean, crazy. So make sure you open a Pinterest account. It is worth it. If I had to say from all three, Instagram, Pinterest, and Facebook for an Etsy shop, I would say Pinterest would be the first one, Twitter would be the second, Instagram the third, and then Facebook the fourth. But I will have all of them because ultimately You could drive traffic from all of them. Some people don't like Pinterest, but they use Facebook. Some people don't like Instagram, but they use Pinterest. Some people like Instagram, but they don't like Pinterest. So that's why when you have a company, you open all the major social media platforms because you want to optimize and drive traffic from each source. So this is my review for the day. I hope that you enjoy the review. Please give me a thumbs like to support me. If you have any questions about this review or anything I mentioned, leave a comment below. And thank you, Courtney, so much for letting me do a review of your shop. And you guys have a wonderful night.